Hello and welcome to my first Christmas nail video of 2024. Obviously it's Abbie. You know she wanted her nails doing as soon as it was November. She turned up here on the 1st of November in a Christmas jumper, and on the 2nd of November we did these. So her previous set were acrylic and we had these beautiful little ghosties on them, but it is time to say goodbye. We're still going to do an infill, so we're keeping with acrylic. And then we're going to do a beautiful Christmas redesign. I'm going to link Abbie's Vinted in the description box because she's got a lot of Christmas jewellery. She makes jewellery. She's just released a load of Christmas jewellery and it kind of inspired this set. So one of the sets of earrings that she made was blue snowflakes, and we were like, oh, blue snowflakey nails, which led to her looking for a set of nails. She found a set and that inspired what we're doing today. So I will link her Vinted in the description box. If you are in the UK and you want to check out her jewellery, please do. It's amazing. Anyway, I am using the 4x coarse bit from Glitter Planet. It's a smooth top bit. You can get nice and close, but it will literally destroy anything on the nails like this. Shunk, straight through. So we're going to eat into the design, get rid of all the gel polish, take off the bulk, remove that apex because it has moved too far forward. We need to rebalance and restructure the nails. So yeah, I can't believe it. First Christmas nails done and dusted. And we've got lots of cool designs coming up that are inspired by Abbie's earrings. She's got loads of characters and stuff like that. Okay, so once that is done, I've just removed the dust and I'm going to push back the cuticles. And you know what? They had grown quite a lot. There was quite a lot of sticky tissue on the nail plate. You can see it lifting up here as I'm pushing back. You'll get a better view of it on the thumb, just because it's a bigger surface area. So you would not believe this is the third time I've edited this video because it was just too long. So I apologise if some bits are a bit faster than you want, but my God, this video was so long that my poor phone couldn't cope with the gigabytes. It was just like, no, I can't do it. So once we've pushed back the cuticles, I'm going to remove some of that non-living tissue with an exfoliating bit. A lot of my daily essentials like e-file bits, e-files, chemicals, lint-free wipes, tips, all that sort of stuff, they are from Amazon. So I do put my Amazon list in the description box. You can click on it and see exactly what I use, and if you want, you can purchase them. I'm going to use this pretty much to agitate all of that non-living tissue away. As you can see, it's just kind of lifting it up, pushing it back. Some of it just flakes straight away, and then I don't need to do anything else. But if there is anything that's still hanging on for dear life, then I will come in with the nippers of doom and destroy them. Before I nip, I always just run my gentle brush over to dust, get rid of the dust. Not to dust, to just get rid of the dust. Jeez. And that gives me a clear view of what I'm doing. Just little nippy bits. You have to be very careful. Abbie's skin is, you can see actually just how tissue paper-like it is. So she doesn't really like any nail prep. She hates it. There we are. But you can see there's these hangy bits. See them there? Yeah, get rid of them. Okay, so my Melody Susie e-file with the mandrel bit and the 180 grit sanding band, which is also from Melody Susie. You can get like a pack of 100 sanding bands with the mandrel bit for like, I think it's like £5 or £6. And I'm just going to, I've got it on a really low setting so it doesn't cause any heat. And I'm going to tickle over the regrowth area to give it a buff. And I'm also going to use that to just smooth over the surface of the nail and remove any bits of lifting, because you can just get in front of that lifting or behind it, whichever way you see it, and kind of chip away at the acrylic or hard gel, whatever you're working on, and then lift the lifting off. That's essentially how it works. So yeah, do that, remove that bit of lifting there. You can see she's done remarkably well. You know she nibbles. She's told me she's been nibbling at these ones as well, and she's making jewellery, she's using her hands. They've done remarkably well. It's about 3 weeks. So they're all e-filed now, and I'm going to go in with my hand file and just crisp up the shape. So that's the side walls, the free edge. If I see anything on the actual nail that's like uneven or I don't like it or there's still a bit lifting, I'll just use the hand file to get rid of it at that point. So it's not like I don't go in and tidy up with the hand file. I often do. I just don't think about it. Like here, I didn't even realise I tidied up a bit here with the hand file, but I had. But I primarily, I'm crisping up the shape and making sure that it's nice and even, ready for the next lot of application. Because if you put more product onto something that's already not the shape you want it, you're just going to make more of the shape you don't want. But if you sharpen it up and get it the way you want it now, then it's a lot less product to go on and it's a lot less product to remove. I hope that makes sense. I'm using the Nailmate acrylic system and this shade is Tease Me. It is an opal core. Yes, you heard me right. And yes, I have a discount code. You're welcome. It will be in the description box. But before I do that, I'm going to clean over the nails with isopropyl alcohol and then take a breath and have a cup of tea. Well, not a whole cup, but just a swig. What you drinking? You know we always ask what you're drinking. I've got a cup of Yorkshire tea. Probably should be a large gin, the way I'm feeling. Anyway, I've dehydrated and primed, and now I'm going in with the acrylic in shade Tease Me. And we're just doing a standard fill here. So I'm going to lay a bead down first to get that nice and flush at the cuticle. And then if I need to build anything up, I certainly will do. I need to use Goddess. I've been staring at that acrylic for ages, and I need it. I need to use it. I have it here. I want you guys to see how beautiful it is. So I might have to do myself a set. It's just I've got this nice autumnal short set on at the moment and I'm really enjoying them. But also I really like the look of that acrylic. Or maybe I'll use my practice hand. What do you think? I don't know. Anyway. Yes, it's a standard infill. But obviously if I see anything structurally where I've maybe over-filed, because guess what? That happens. I'm going to build it back up again. You know, we're not perfect. I might just be chatting away and realise, oh shit, I filed that a bit thin. Need to build it back up. Or the structure just might not look right. Need to build it back up, you know. But I think overall, we've got 3 weeks. She bites her nails and picks and stuff. And the retention is really, really good. There's just a teeny bit of lifting here and there. But overall, very good retention. I am happy to report. There we go, just blend that down. It blends really easily, this acrylic, so it's not really an issue. Also, you can work quite wet with it, but it doesn't drip, like it just stays where it's put, and then you can do what you want with it, mould it and shape it. That is the advantage of acrylic over hard gel, isn't it? That it starts curing the minute the monomer comes in contact with the polymer, which is the powder. The curing process begins, you know, it polymerizes and then begins to cure. So as it solidifies, it's easier to smooth over. There we go. I did look, wait and see what I did here. Splat. Oh dear, she made a boo-boo. I kept that in to show you how to fix it. Get behind it, move it away from the skin, obviously, and then get a slightly wetter bead and pop it in there and it will fill the gap and you will never know it's there. But it happens, doesn't it? I was chatting and the brush just splatted in there. I can notice at the side I've filed it a bit too much there. So we're going to build that back up. Oh, I've got an itch. Oh, build that back up, smooth it out. And then we are ready to... Oh, I've got a little bit more there. And then we're ready to finish file. See, because the shape's already been roughly filed in during prep, you don't have to go crazy and spend ages. It will just come together quite quickly. So finish file's the same, side wall, then to the free edge, and that gives you an idea of the shape you want this nail to be. And then I'm pulling with my left thumb, I'm pulling the skin back ever so slightly so that I can file around the cuticle. I absolutely detest hand filing around the cuticle, but I don't have an e-file bit that I like using for finish filing. I've never found one. So if you've got one or you know of one, let me know, because I would love to try an e-file finish file. This is the design we're going for. That's the creator there from Instagram. The shade we're using is Aspen Glam from Madam Glam, and it is a reflective, beautiful blue. It's so incredible. I think it's got little holographic pieces in there, but it's got some little pinky purpley shades in there. I've put a layer of velvet matte top coat down first and cured that for 1 minute. And the reason is it just gets rid of any fine filing lines on the surface of the nail. So it saves you extra time buffing. And it creates a beautiful kind of grippy surface for whatever goes on top. I do it every time when I'm going to be painting a design. And if I haven't done it in the past, I have noticed a vast difference in ease of application. So putting a matte layer down first, or if you want, you can apply a gloss top coat and buff with a 180 grit buffer. But doing that will get rid of any fine filing lines so that whatever you put on will apply beautifully. So I'm going to do a chevron on each pinky and actually the index finger as well. So I'll show you both pinkies. I won't show you the index fingers because it's just duplicating what I've already done and I needed to save time so I could actually get this video exported. But this gel is so reflective and like gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's nice to do an acrylic set because I've had a lot of hard gel or gel polish. So it's very nice to do a bit of acrylic work as well. Oh, so beautiful. It's a very thick gel, very pigmented. So what I've decided to do, I've capped the edges, but I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of matte top coat, just to cap. And then I'm just showing her here, it's because there's a little bit of glittery texture at the sides. So I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to file those sides and make sure they're nice and smooth and the free edge. But I've already kind of sealed the design. So now I can go in again over the top with the gloss top coat and it won't budge and everything's smooth. Watch the glitter come to life. Ping! It's like someone turned on the fairy lights, isn't it? Oh, I love it. So that's what I did on the pinkies, just to make sure that you've got that smooth surface and it's sealed. And again, same on that one. I'm just showing you the gloss. Oh, gorgeous. Right, let's get on with the next nail. We're going to do a full nail of Aspen Glam. The texture of this gel polish, it's highly pigmented, full of glitter. It is thick. See how thick it is? So I'm not taking it all the way around. I'm going to use my long brush to drag this into place so that we avoid a thick layer that won't cure. You don't want that. You want to kind of thin it out, spread it out. Make sure those side walls and cuticle are all nice and neat. Make sure it's capped, but it has to be nice and smooth and neat. So it's worth taking the time to just do that finer work with a detailer brush. You don't need a super thin one. It's just having that length. See how I'm just distributing that evenly throughout the nail? That will give you a nice even coverage, no gathering, because it's a really thick pigmented gel. That's how they get it so gosh darn shiny. Look at it. One coat is all you need. Cure that for a minute and then in with the gloss top coat. And I've done the same on the other hand as well. Absolutely stunning. You could have that on its own. That's what the thumbnails are on this design. Both thumbs are full glitter. And they are so eye-catching. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, so in the lamp with that one, and we'll just quickly top coat this one with the gloss top coat as well. And then, because we're painting like a candy cane design, I'm going to buff over the top with a 180 grit buffing block so that we can apply Madame Glam's white gel paint. This dries with a non-tacky layer. However, I always top coat it anyway. So as you can see, just buffing the shine off, and that gives the gel paint something to grip onto. But before you apply the gel paint, once you've buffed, don't just dust it. Get some isopropyl alcohol, scrub the nail, then you know it's completely free of any little bits. Because it would ruin your design if you look down and realise you've got little sandy lumps in there. Now this is like what I call heart-stopping kind of stuff. So when I'm doing freehand work, I tend to forget to breathe. I hold my breath. If I talk, or if Abbie talks, I can't cope. Like, I go really silent, and I'm just like, don't move a muscle. I could have and should have flash cured after each line, just so that I could say, right, that one's in place. Then if I mess the next one up, doesn't matter, I can just wipe that off and start again. I do apply that rule later on when I'm doing the snowflake, because that is too intricate to mess up. But on the lines, I was a bit cheeky and I was like, I'll wing it, I'll be fine. It's not a problem. And it wasn't a problem, but it could have been. Imagine if I'd have got 3/4 of the way through and then my hand had jiggled and I'd needed to take it off. I would have had to have wiped the whole nail off, because unless I had a cotton bud, I might have been able to do it with like the earbuds, the Q-tip type thing. But yeah, you do run the risk of messing it up and then causing yourself more work. There is, I think it's this one actually. Looking back at it now, I don't like the distance in that line, but at the time I didn't notice. And Abbie actually said that she really loved the way I'd done it, and she said it looked better than the photo. I think I kept that footage in because it was really sweet. Her reaction was really sweet. So I was a bit cheeky. I did wing it, as you can see, but we got through and it's okay. And I do exactly the same in the opposite direction on the other hand, but I didn't have time to show you the footage. Otherwise, like I said, the file was just massive. My phone did not like it. It was nearly 10 gig and it was just freaking out. If I'd have had a bit longer to edit this, I probably would have cut it into 2 videos, then spliced it into 1 video and made it work like I did before. But I just haven't had the time to do that. It would take me a long time, and I've been crunching, trying to shrink this down, and just as I thought I had it, it was like, nah, it's not going to work. So let me show you Abbie's reaction, because it's sweet. Yes. Stunning. Oh, okay. Let's put him in the lamp.
That's better than the picture.
There we go. And here's the same on the other hand. So there's 2 of them. Now we're going in with the snowflake. So what I did was I mapped it out. My dotting tools are from Glitter Planet. There's like a whole set of them, and they're brilliant because you've got massive right down to like needlepoint. I've mapped out where the snowflake is going to go, and then using my Madam Glam fine detailer brush, or long fine liner, I can't remember the name, but it is super fine. And none of my other branded brushes work like this. These brushes are so thin. I tried my normal liners, they don't work, because you need that super fine. I have a super fine brush from Desire Nails, but it's not long enough, so it's better for portrait-y painting work. Once I've got these branches in place, I suppose they're branches, what do you call them? I don't know. The edges of the snowflake, I'm curing that, because if I mess up, which I do, I need to be able to wipe it off. So here, I'll show you my mistake. I thought I could do the little edges with my brush, but I didn't like the way it looked. Had I have had to wipe that off, I would have lost the whole blooming thing. So thank God I'd cured it. I just wiped it like that. Now I've got my tiny fine point dotting tool from Glitter Planet, and I'm going to use that to map it out and then join the little dots. I will switch from hand to hand just to show you how much I did, and I'm flash curing every single time I do a little bit. I'm flash curing, switch to the other hand, flash cure, switch to the other hand. Some of it goes out of shot, so I've cut footage, which I apologise, but I was just concentrating so much. Obviously, while I've got you here, if you find this video useful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification bell, and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. It always amazes me how far these videos travel. You know, I know it's the internet, but you just don't realise it when you're sat in your lounge doing a voiceover. You just don't realise it. So yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say. There is a bit on this snowflake where you have to put a blue dot in the centre and then blue dots around, and I was drastically out of shot for that. So I do sort of show it, but it's quite difficult. But the important thing is to flash cure after every small step, because the margin of error is so tiny, and one little dot out of place and you think, well, I'm either going to have to leave it out of place or wipe off or everything I've not cured. So it's just worth flash curing at every little step, just to ensure, you only need 10 or 15 seconds just to ensure that if you do need to wipe it, it's not kind of catastrophe. So as you can see, I'm doing the blue dots, but they're not very in shot. I'm just using the same blue gel for the others, Aspen Glam. And then I obviously did the chevron nails on the index finger. So this is what the snowflake looks like. I did the index finger the same as the little finger, the pinky, and the thumb is just a full nail of Aspen Glam glitter gel. And then I'm going to go in with Madame Glam's No Wipe Top Coat. And after that, we apply cuticle oil from the Tough Love Nail Co. And the fragrance she chooses is It's Britney Bitch. I will, in the description box, link everything I've used. I will link Abbie's Vinted so you can have a look at her jewellery. It's very, very gorgeous. And if there's anything else I haven't added that you guys need, just let me know in the comments and I will make sure I add it. But yeah, I can't believe it. First Christmas nails of 2024. And I'm really happy with them. When I actually stopped and took a step back and looked at the nails, I just thought, oh my God, I'm so in love with these. They're so pretty. And because the gel's quite reflective, it catches the light in so many different ways. It's just incredibly, incredibly beautiful. Look at that. So here's the finished set. I would love to know your thoughts. Have you got any Christmas nails planned? Or have you got any on yet? Oh my God. Let me know. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye.